Best customers are usually the top 20% of the base, worth 80% of the profits. But that also means they're outnumbered 4-to-1 in the data. And throwing them into a persona does nothing more than drown out their voices and treat them as a group versus as an individual. As we've moved to digital, we talk about this endless aisle, right? Companies are able to offer more things than they ever have through mobile phones, websites, etc. And the endless aisle sounds wonderful until you're the consumer having to flip through 400 pages on Amazon to find what you're looking for. Customers used to have somebody actually help them. Not only did they have fixed merchandise in a store and not being too overwhelmed, there was somebody there to give them advice, help them make decisions, and to treat them in a very personal way, often knowing their name, knowing why they had certain preferences, and also even understanding relevance in the sense of, did they have a bad experience the last time they're in the store or the restaurant or whatever it might be. As we move to digital, you could actually compare the experience of a bank to a retailer, to a grocery store. And that really changed the dynamics. And so because of that, companies got very aggressive in chasing competitors and adding features and technology as fast as they could. But the net result was something almost like a one-man band where they just kept adding tools, almost from an IT perspective, because that's how they had thought of things in the past, and not realizing that customer experiences are very different. And so that's who was losing in the market. These people who were simply adding features to pages and adding tools to their tool set. The ones who were winning were the ones who were orchestrating the tools together, that understands that a recommendation engine is different from a rules engine, that you need a DMP, that there's a role for an experience optimization tool, and all these things must work together to create a curated experience for the customer in a unique way. And so the Genome is how we're starting to address this. This is about pivoting from what to why. Not trying to focus on what people buy, but actually treating me holistically as an individual. What the Genome does is a form of listening. Much the way we shop on, say for example, Amazon, we may look at 2 product pages and look at features, specifications, ratings and reviews, product descriptions. Those are the things that matter to me. And what the Genome does is it helps us discover those things by looking at every interaction a customer has with the brand to deconstruct those things to understand their true preferences. So there's 3 benefits to this. One is better curation. That whole endless aisle that customers are forced to walk down can now truly be tailored to their taste. It's a curation of the merchandise. Number 2, it's about personal concierge services. It's a way for a company to build their own IP around how they're understanding their customers and to be able to create services uniquely for them. And then third is market insights, innovation. This is the Netflix model. The truth is, House of Cards, as great as it is nothing more than a private label product where they didn't pay attention to what people were watching, but paid attention to why they watched it. As we pivot to the future state of personalization, the Genome becomes an anchor point. It's a better form of listening. And if we add to that immersive experiences as a second dimension, we can actually see the clothes that we might wear, the vacation we might take. But it's the third dimension that's going to really differentiate us. And that's about bringing expert opinions back into the dialogue. Many customers now go to bloggers, and we see this as exploding, fashion bloggers, financial bloggers, beauty bloggers, because the truth is the brands aren't there as an expert to help them. But the problem is those bloggers also don't know people as individuals. So as brands start better listening through the Genome, and they start bringing about immersive experiences, that next dimension that we have to help them with is to bring their brand assets, who are often their fashion designers, their financial experts, etc., back in through artificial intelligence and expert systems to scale up digital expertise. Expertise of the brand, but brought through a digital format. And those 3 dimensions, better listening, immersive experiences, expert opinions, will drive the future state of personalization.